Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Booga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane.
Hi, friends, and welcome to our favorite hour of the week, and I hope your favorite hour of the week, too. We love being here and talking with you and getting to know our friends and giving you free readings. So without further ado, oh, by the way, if anybody would like to see me in person, I have appointments coming up Wednesday at the spa near the tracks. Call them at 519-272-1293 or send an email to the queenofoogaboga@gmail.com and I will contact you and set up an appointment for an online reading. Also, that is the email you use to send in your questions in advance, which this week nobody sent their questions in advance. So we'll just get right on to our listeners. So who's first? Hi, Glenifa. Hi, Angel Eyes. Suzanne. And Suzanne wants to know, tell me if you see anything exciting for the week ahead. Okay. Well, I see the sun rising 7 times, and that's pretty exciting. Okay. And, well, we're in the final day of a new moon. I mean, a full moon. Sorry, full moon. Yeah. And, of course, coming up to Mother's Day. But we'll see what the cards have to say. My goodness. I'll bury those cards good. Okay, so Suzanne's week ahead. What's happening with her week ahead? Oh my goodness, I think you're going to have like a few little mini emergencies around the house. You know, I don't know, maybe burned dinner or something. It feels like something going on in the kitchen. All right, let's see what the cards have to say. What does this week hold for Suzanne? What does Suzanne need to know? Okay, so first off, we have the the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And of course, that is about money and about money setbacks. And so this is not a week for you to be planning how you're going to be spending money. You need to be planning how to save money right now. Because with this reverse, it's kind of saying reverse your normal way of thinking about money. All right, you have the Ten of Swords, but it's the Ten of Swords reversed. And I know that you have had a recent episode in your house with your husband, and it looks like you're going to make some progress. I mean, he's really hurting, and it's hard for him to really speak up for himself. But I think you're going to find him. Maybe you'll see a little bit of healing in him this week, and a little bit of strength coming through. So that's a pretty good thing to see. All right. Yes. All right. So this talks about moving on and looking moving on, taking a different point of view. So it looks like both of you are going to be kind of adjusting your lives going this week. But it is an evolution. You're both coming to an end of a cycle. I know that you've been doing a lot of contract work, and I think you're going to walk away from that. Both of you are kind of walking away from what you've done before, looking for something that's going to satisfy you and make you happy. Also, I did start talking about the phases of the moon, and my eye was drawn by the phase of the moon here. By the time you reach the new moon, because we're coming right out of the full moon, by the time you reach the new moon, which is in about 2 weeks, give or take a few days, you're going to find that things start to get much better. So whatever you're dealing with in the short term, it is just short term. Okay, so who's next? Divine Oracle readings. Hi, Patty.
What does the week hold?
Okay, so what does Divine Oracle readings need to know this week? By the way, how did your thing go? We both had to work today, so it was a busy day for both of us. But I did see your post, and the table looks so good. So we'd like to know how that went for you. Let's see what this week holds for divine oracle readings. What does this week hold?
Look.
Oh, I actually have it centered, right? Okay, so this week is not going to start out too well. And I see that you're dealing with a lot of emotional issues and trying to put things into perspective. And there's a woman here that's not making it very easy. I think she's having a hard time. It's saying that she has honesty problems, but I think she's having a hard time being honest with herself about how she really feels about things. Um, but having said that, when I look at what's happening at the end of the week, is like this is a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday thing. It does 3 days in. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, not good days. They're going to be emotionally draining. They're going to be tough days. So don't make as few plans as possible. But then when you get to the end of the week, it's sort of like that's where you get your second wind and you have your stuff together and you're going forward working on your own stuff. You're not dealing with somebody else's emotions. So whatever this is tying something up. Putting a bow on it so you can move on. So by the time you hit Thursday, Friday, you're actually feeling, good. You're feeling like you're making progress in life. So it's six of one, half a dozen of the other. Doesn't come to a very good start. Sorry about that, but it ends on a very, very, very good note.
Okay. Kara
Yeah.
James. Hi, everyone. I woke up 3 mornings ago and turned on the kitchen light to find my worst nightmare.
Oh, yuck.
When will I be moving out of here?
Diatomaceous earth. Don't put it on thick, just thin layer of diatomaceous earth, or get the chalk to get around the edge.
The comedian me is trying to come up with the worst nightmare.
We know what the worst nightmare is. Kind of nightmare that as soon as you turn on the lights, then everything goes.
Speaking of going, subscribe.
Yes. Tell your friends. Tell all your friends.
No, just tell one friend. And then they tell one friend.
And another, and another,
And
and
the next thing you know, we're in a Pantene commercial from the 80s.
That's right. Okay, Kara. When will Kara? Let's see, Kara and her housing situation. Whoops. Ooh. Okay. That's an important one, and it came right out, and you've got the devil reversed, and it makes me feel like you have more teeth and more power in this situation than you think, because the he shows up as a devil, but he shows up as a reverse devil, which is sort of like a paper tiger in this situation. I really feel like he huffs and puffs and makes you think that he's got you by the short and curlies when he doesn't. And there is something you can do for yourself here. So we're going to see what else the cards have to say. But that reminder that you're dealing with somebody who presents themselves as a devil, but somebody who doesn't have the power they think they have. Let's see. When will we be moving out? Your landlord will make it tough for you. Okay, so when will you be moving out? When I see the start, for some reason, I'm thinking of July with that. Okay, so yeah, I definitely say it's around July. You have some issues with your landlord. It's not going to be easy to get out of your lease. It's not going to be easy to get out of that place. Having said that, though, remember what I said about a paper tiger. You need to have courage when you're talking to him. These cards right here tell me that you're not going to get exactly what you want, but you're sure as heck going to get something better than what you have right now. So, yeah, stand up to him a bit. You've got a bully there. Okay.
All right. So next we got the High Priestess.
Oh, hi. How are you doing? It's nice to see
How
you.
will May 12th turn out for you? For me.
Okay. So, how will May 12th turn out? Okay, May 12th for the High Priestess. You're getting some kind of award. I'm not sure whether this is financial or something. I'm just getting this visual that I know is metaphoric, but it feels like you have a necklace being put on your neck, like the one I have. Not like this, but I do see like a necklace on your neck, but it's the idea of you being given something.
It's the first alimony payment.
Well, you've got the star positively aspected, so definitely May 12th is going to go your way. It's well aspected to go your way. And you have the Page of Swords. And the Page of, Swords are messengers, but they're also, they can also be the coming, well, the thing I get here is that May 12th is time for you to tell your truth. So don't hold back. Don't say, well, we'll get into this later. This is your time, and you need to face it head on. And that includes anything that may have been put up on social media. So whatever you got to say it then completely. All right. So yes, you do get you do get some of what you want. The Four of Pentacles is talking about there seems to be a little restraint there. So you might get a payment, but a partial payment, or or something in dribs and drabs. It feels like it's going to be held back a bit. So not quite as much as you wish and hope for, but there's going to be something there. Okay. Like I said, make sure you speak your mind.
And next we have Glanifa, who's selling all her belongings to move. How is that going to go?
Wow. Okay, so let's just see what Glanifa needs to know about the transitions coming in her life. What does Glanifa need to know? All right. And there's this warning about making yourself weak. So be careful about that. You don't want to drain yourself completely. I'm worried about the aspect of these cards because there's strength, but saying that, it's not something you're bracing. And I'm worried about the pentacle, the idea that the Knight of Pentacles is reversed. So that talks about money being a little slower to come in than you want. Yikes. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go as well as you anticipate. I am so sorry about that. But it looks like at the end of the day, you're still kind of worried. And I get this feeling that you need to take a different approach here. This is a good time for you to back up and regroup and reorganize and come up with a plan B. And thank you for tuning in, Glanifa. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see all of our friends on Sunday night.
Woo! And next we have Sonia, who's looking for a financial reading.
All right, Sonia and finances.
Can she add 40 avocado this week?
Okay, Let's see. What does Sonia need to know about her finances? I get a feeling that in the past you haven't been trusting of some of our bigger institutions. I really get a feeling like this is a time when you can trust them and rely on them. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups, when it's like this and it's reversed, it has the potential for a new beginning, but it feels like it's being wasted. So you might be making kind of some wrong moves financially here. I'm sorry to say that. You've got the Two of Cups. We got Three of Cups here, Five of Wands. Okay. So whoever's been giving you financial advice, they may not have, been giving you as good of a financial advice as you deserve, basically. And it doesn't feel like it's for lack of trying. It just feels like you've been getting some bad advice for somebody who wants to be knowledgeable but really isn't. And some of these decisions are being made based on emotions. But then when we look ahead, you've got the Five of Wands. And Five of Wands has a more active, fiery, engaged sort of feel to it. So it does look like you're going to be changing around financially, because it feels like you're more in the fray here. So you either start earning enough that you can solve some of your financial problems, or you change your goal to where you're solving your financial problems. But you go from water emotional energy to fire motivational energy. So you go from water to fire, and that's when things get better. There's a big element of self accountability there. Yes, we did have wonderful weather. And Dragonfire wants to know, will my project finally get done this week? Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Whoops. We're going to put that out as final word. Yeah, it looks like you've had some false starts. It also looks like there's somebody who's getting a little bit impatient for the results here. Yes. You say this week. I feel like it's in 9 days, so it might be a week and a little bit. And yes, somebody's getting impatient, but it's going to turn out well for you. And it's going to be a real feather in your cap. So I'm glad to see that. Yeah. And there's your attaboy. So far, so good. Let's see what this is. Yes. Okay, so this, when it's right side up, it doesn't look like all that good of a card because you kind of feel sorry for her. But the truth is that this woman can move forward anytime she wants. All she has to do is put one foot in front of the other. When it's reversed like that, it tells me that you have managed to open up your eyes a little bit and remove some restrictions around you. So, yes, it is favorably aspected to be finished, but let me say within the next 2 weeks, not 1 week. And I just say that because the 9 feels like 9 days. And Starfall says, hello, General, for the coming week. Well, of course I can do that. Hi, Marcy. I like it too, Suzanne. All right. So Starfall. General for Starfall. What does Starfall need to know? What does Starfall need to know this week? And this week, Starfall needs to know a victory isn't really a victory unless you have the support of those around you. And instead of looking to win and get ahead and be number one in this life, maybe this is a good time for you to look to build consensus and form bonds and strengthen some of the bonds around you. So this week, focus more on the social, not on the winning end of things. It does feel like toward the end of the week you get some news about some money that you've been waiting for. Yeah, And I think this might be some money you've been waiting for to go on a trip or something. Because I'm seeing you get money and then I'm seeing you plan a trip. Okay. But things seem to be going along good. It's not lost on me that your numerology there was 6, 7, 8.
Suzanne, how do you know what color that actually is? Between the lights, the cameras, and your screen.
It's a beautiful color. Thank you, Suzanne. Oh,
Time
yeah,
is moving fast.
It is.
Yes. Next Sunday is Mother's Day.
Yes. And happy Mother's Day to all you guys out there.
I had a perfect idea for Father's Day. Stratford ought to be having its townwide yard sale Father's Day weekend. We give Dad money on Friday, kick his ass out the door Saturday morning with map in hand, and Sunday he plays with whatever crap he bought himself the day before. There you go. Father's Day's done. Everybody's happy. You can go do shit.
All right. So Patricia says, "Will my new opportunity I just got do bookkeeping from home with this company be long term for me?" All right. So yes, it can be. Yes, it can be. And the one thing it says is that these two right here are talking about your restless nature, and you do tend to get restless. But yeah, this is something you can do. The Ten of Pentacles is a very strong card, and it does talk about that putting roots around the home, and yeah, I'd say this is a good card to get as far as a work from home opportunity. This is something that you could fare well with. So congratulations, Patricia. So who's next?
Haunting Life podcast. Will we do taking part of the workshop next week at Bingham's for the Indigenous youth?
Huh. Okay.
I'm not quite sure what they're asking there.
Okay, so let's just see what the cards have to tell you about this workshop. What do the cards have to say about this workshop? Because I'm not quite sure what the question is either, but I know he's asking about a workshop. So let's see what the cards have to say.
Will we be taking part in the workshop?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Long and short, no. I mean, you got 3 verse cards here. Here you've got this idea of carrying a lot of weight, but there's also this idea of not being able to see ahead of you because you've got so many issues in front of you. But this right here, it just feels like there's there's a certain amount of politics here that you don't necessarily, that you're that's not working out for you as far as what's going on here. So the long and the short answer is no. No, it just feels like they're going to tell you that they don't have room or something along those lines. But you're just going to get like a pat excuse.
That'll always suck.
Yeah, I know.
Angel Eyes, we'll get to your question. I was wondering what happened to it. I guess you didn't post it the first time around. That happens.
Wait a second. I thought I
She said hello, but then didn't post a question until
okay.
just now. So we will get to you, Angel Eyes. Mary Ann is looking for a spirit message for next week.
All right, so
3 parts gin, 1 part tonic. No, wait a minute. I think I might have got that backwards.
yeah, that's a Queen Mother's gin and tonic. She liked her gin.
Well, who doesn't want to wake up smelling like junipers?
Okay, Marianne. It really feels like things are going okay for you, It just has this rolling down the road, just a chariot kind of feel. So it does feel like you're making progress in this life. Your spirits are telling you that you need to rely on yourself, not others right now. I think that maybe you're stronger than those around you. When they say, don't wait around for somebody, just do what you got to do and move forward. There's an idea of pride. And it feels like that's actually a message from somebody who's past Marianne. It has a male feel to it, so my guess is maybe a grandfather or an uncle, but it's an older male feel. It's an older male. He's passed, and he's watching over you, and he just says he's proud of you. So that's kind of a grandfatherly, uncle-y kind of message. Okay, so thank you for asking, Marianne, and thank you for tuning in to Marianne and all my friends. New love.
Several times when I had a bad feeling about the day, things happened that were horrible. Is it my gut feeling warning me, or what?
Oh, of course. Of course. My question to you is, when you have these horrible feelings about the day, are you putting on rosemary oil? Are you maybe putting some onyx or snowflake obsidian in your pocket to kind of bounce away that negativity? Kyanite's a good anti-negativity stone. Whatever you do, even if it's putting on wearing a clove of garlic, don't do that. But the idea is you need to protect yourself on days when you feel like that. A really quick way to put kind of a white light protective energy around you is to say the Lord's Prayer 3 times in a row. And that's just because it's the world's most used prayer, and it has that energy where spirit will automatically drop white light energy around you if you say that. So you just keep your anti-negativity around you when you get a gut feeling about a day not going well. Prepare for it. So yes, your gut's trying to watch out for you. Michelle Weber wants to know, could I have a general reading? Okay, so let's see what Michelle Weber needs to know. And I'm in the mood for my Lenormand deck. You guys want to see my Lenormand deck? Okay, Michelle, let's see what the Lenormand has to say to you.
Subscribe.
Well, so Michelle, when I look at your past, it looks like if we were going to look in the not too distant past, that there was a time when you had to work with some pretty toxic people, because I see you kind of in coming from a den of snakes, and it kind of feels like making a silk purse out of a sow's ear, because you're in a really toxic situation, yet you tried out of it, number one, just looking good all the way and unscathed. But there's this warning that right now you have some people around you. Like when you get bare, it's kind of like watch your back, watch out for sneak attacks. Like when you're out in the woods, you're always watching out for a bear. So yeah, keep your eyes open. Don't be exactly trusting right now. When I look at where you're going, you've got 2 kings, and that feels really good. I see the bouquet and the home, and I feel like as you look forward to this summer and this fall, that you're focusing more on issues of home and hearth, and possibly love. It looks like this is a year where you're going to be more grounded and working on getting a good permanent foundation happening around you. So you're doing all right. Just be careful who you trust. Okay, so we have Jasmine. And Jasmine says, "Hello, my beautiful friend." Oh, hello, Jasmine. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. And I hope you have a blessed Sunday, too. Well, Edgar decided to pursue a true commitment with me. I'm going with the flow, trying to remain calm and positive. All right, so let's see. Let's see what the cards have to say to Jasmine. Jasmine and Edgar. Wow, you feel hard for him. Well, that's not a bad card. See where you're going. Uh-huh. You know, the answer to that is it's not well aspected. It looks like things get more confusing and just more obstacles through the summer, and this wears you down. So the answer to that is no. Even though, and the cards are saying this in the now, you're actually on a path that leads you to a good home. So even though I think that this is going to hurt, I think that you should just continue on the path that you're continuing now, that you're on now, because I think it's going to take you to surprising places. But Edgar in particular, no, sorry. I've got to be honest with you. No, no, no. Okay.
And now it's time for the pick a card for the week. This is where Sally pulls 3 cards, and you pick one ahead of time, and that will be your reading for the week.
Hello, friends. So which card will you pick? Will you pick card number 1? Will you pick card number 2? Or will you pick card number 3? Which one will it be for this week? Is your tarot card card number 1? Is your tarot card card number 2? Or card number 3? Has everybody made up their mind? All right. Did you pick card number 1? Well, if you pick card number 1, then your card for this week is the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords talks about separation and putting up obstacles and barriers, setting boundaries. Okay, it also talks about, we're in the waning phase of the moon. And when you go from the full moon to the new moon, and I'm just mentioning this because I'm seeing the moon right here. As you go there, the life tends to take things out of your life. And be prepared that life is going to want to take something out of something off the shelf for you, so to speak, this week. But usually when you have something taken away, the universe brings you something better. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then this is your attaboy week. Expect work and whatever you do to be productive to go well this week. I see you getting acknowledgement, so you might get a money compensation for you, or you might just get a compliment. But your work is going to be admired. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, then your tarot card for this week is the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is about holding on to what you have. And this is a week to be a little frugal. This is a week to hold on to what you have. And maybe clip a few coupons. So thank you so much for participating. And we will see you again next week for another Pick 3.
And we're back to the regular show, where Angel Eyes wants to reconcile with her Sagittarius.
Ooh.
Oh, is she going to get the lecture or not?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, I'll just quote Ravenhawk. You guys remember Ravenhawk? He's been on the show, and he says that reconcile, going back to somebody who you've already broken up with is sort of like taking a shower and putting on dirty underwear. It's yeah. It's sort of like it didn't work before, and when a relationship breaks up, it's like trying to put together crystal glass back together. You really don't have the trust there. So I have literally never seen reconciliations work out. And trust me, I've tried a few times. I know how it is when you're breaking up with somebody and you have that hole in your heart. But trust me, you can heal. And reconciliation is not the way to heal. But let's see what the cards have to say.
Yeah, when I met Sally, she hated men. She kept telling me that too.
Don't feel sorry for him. Do not feel sorry for him. Yeah, it feels like he does come back to you with a sob story. Don't buy his sob story. The thing with cups, you remember I said about it, when you have a relationship, it's like smashing a goblet. You're not going to be able to put it together. Here, the goblets are complete. So the cards have actually played on to my metaphor, the metaphor here. I see someone new coming into your life in 2 months. So you are better served to heal from Edgar. Because whatever the problems were that led to the breakup, he's not taking accountability, and he just won't. And if you take him back, he's just going to see that it's kind of like rewarding his bad behavior.
Are you getting your readings mixed up? This was Angel Eyes, right? It was Sagittarius?
Sagittarius. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I said Edgar.
Yeah.
Because I got 2 in a row, but this is for Angel Eyes. They're Sagittarius. I'm sorry, but your Sagittarius is just... He's not taking charge. He's not being who you need him to be. And the universe is sending you new love. And I feel like it's in the time of Leo. So let it go. I know it hurts, but let him go. I mean, let Sagittarius go. And Jasmine, you let Edgar go. All right.
And our next query comes from Benopsha.
Hello.
What are FQ's feelings and intentions toward me?
Boy, those are 2 different things. Okay, so what's the fella's name?
FQ.
FQ. Okay, FQ. What can you tell me about FQ? All right. Thank you, Marcy. All right, so FQ right now, he's working through some of his own issues. And he's putting some of the past behind him. Having said that, though, if you're talking about his feelings and his intentions, he does see a future here. This is a good card. So give him some time. Give him through the end of May to work out whatever he needs to work out to come back around to you. But yeah, he turned out to... reading was pretty good for him.
All right. Well.
Oh.
Doesn't look like we've got any other questions at the moment.
We can talk about lipstick.
We can talk about lipstick?
Yes.
No. Don't want to do that.
Okay.
Why don't you tell them where they can get a reading?
You can get a reading at Spa Near the Tracks. Just call 519-272-1293. And I do have my schedule of readings available on my website, which is sallydiane.com. And for those in the know, I haven't gotten and fixed the first page yet. The navigation bar does work. I know that the first page, I don't know what happened. Somehow we lost it, and I just need to reload it. I will be doing that tomorrow on my day off. Okay, and you can also talk to me online. I do readings online. Just send an email to thequeenofooga@gmail.com to set one up. All right.
Michelle wants to know about her son, Steve.
Okay. So,
Well, Marcy, Camilla's going to die before Charles.
I think I wish you were dead. Okay, so your son, Steve. Oh, my goodness. I actually expect this next card to be good because the Six of Cups reverse is talking about him trying to put some of his younger experiences, some of his youthful foolishness behind him. And he is making some changes in his life, and he is kicking people out of his life, basically. Yeah. Whatever it is he's doing to solve his problems, he is going through he is going through a lot right now. Having said that, though, where he ends up is this King of Wands. So he ends up in control. He ends up able to see his way forward. And I like to see the fire around him. So he's doing some serious growing up. How old is he? 27, 28. But it does seem like he's putting some of his he's basically eliminating toxic people from his life and declaring himself in charge of his own life. So I think Steve's doing pretty good for himself, Michelle.
He's 30.
Well, he's growing up.
Michelle, mind your own business. Patty C wants to know whether Trump will become irrelevant one day. Irrelevant one day.
Oh, let's hope. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say about the dawn. Actually, if I had the Toth deck here, I would use that deck for him. But let's see. When will he become irrelevant? It's actually pretty short term. It says 9 or 10 months. Yeah, he's running out of places to. He's running out of loopholes, and he's lived his whole life with loopholes. Yep. He is definitely on the decline, but 9 or 10 more months.
Yeah, this time next year he'll be golfing in Saudi Arabia for the rest of his life.
I had a dream about that, but in the dream, he gets his friends in quotes actually make him strip down to his tidy whities and run off into the woods, which the producer tells me is Miller Crossing ending. So yeah.
Sorry, I was tuned out there. What did you just say?
The dream I had about Trump, whereas were the people that were supposed to give him refuge or help him to escape actually made him strip down to his tidy whities and run off into the woods.
Yeah.
That's Miller's Crossing ending, right?
Well, yeah, that's how it ends. It's not why a different reason on that movie. which if you haven't seen Miller's Crossing, it's definitely worth watching. It's another one of the Coen brothers' success stories.
Such weird movies.
Every now and then they get one that's a little weird. This is not one of them. What are you shuffling these cards for?
I don't know. Force of habit. When I have these cards in my hands, I just start shuffling. And these I've had these since 1993, and they're nice and soft. They were actually a gift from my sisters Betty and Anita. They'd bought this and a silk bag for me at a Renaissance fair. So we have King Charles. Oh my goodness, he is so bad tempered. Oh, poor Camilla. That's what I mean when he.
I have a question for you guys. What do you guys think about Goodwill begging for your change? Just using the phrase, would you like to round up? Is there really a difference between would you like to round up and can you spare some change?
Ooh, not this. The runes for Chucky. The runes for Chucky. King Chucky. King Charles III. Oh. Wow. I'm just trying to see where Hagala's is. Ooh. Okay. Well, it's not here. So, and I just say that because he's got two fate runes here. So, in the now, in the present, we have a king and a queen, and that kind of changes the dynamics. King and a queen. And this is not going to last too long. He runs into a wall. He doesn't have what it takes to be a ruler. And it does feel like he's going to figure out some way to escape it. I see that. So I don't see this as being an exceptionally long reign. I don't think he's going to die but I do think that it's just not going to work out for him. He's not strong enough. He doesn't take the political criticism very well. Having said that, though, there are, like the younger generation, there is something very special coming down the pipeline, and I really think that has more to do with with Will and Kate. I just don't see Charles and Camilla being there a long time, just because they don't have the strength, and he doesn't have the temperament. And what is it called when abdication. That's why I think that it's going to end up in abdication. He really, for somebody that was raised in Buckingham Palace, for somebody who was groomed to be king his entire life, he really doesn't have an idea of how to get in charge with the situation. And I do understand that new monarchs traditionally in the first year they screw up bad, but he just yeah, and he hates it. He hates the spotlight. He hates everything about it. So it is going to just build up and build up and build up until he's finally had enough. Now this right here, because this little side note here says there's something very serendipitous starting to happen. And when we look up here, you have Althilla, homeland. This is birthright. This is where your roots are. And I do believe that this is Will and Kate. So sooner rather than later, I see Charles having a very short reign. He is going to hate it. But in the meantime, the Windsors, Will, Kate, and their kids are just setting themselves up to be the perfect royal family, right down to right down to little Louis who yawns and yells and all that other stuff. Okay. All right.
Well, yeah, Suzanne, most people will just say yes because they're not even thinking about it.
Well,
If
yeah,
you really want to do the roundup thing, do it through your bank, so that every time you pay with your card, it automatically rounds up and puts that money into savings or whatever.
yeah.
I know there are some systems out there, some services out there that will round up, and that change gets invested into an investment account, so it's automatically just building your investment account. Anyhow,
Okay.
so on to a more cheerful note.
Okay,
What are you
so,
guys getting your mom?
ooh, yes.
I got mine a tablet, and I don't mean medication. It starts with S and ends in ung.
Okay, so, yeah, what is everybody going to get their mothers for Mother's Day? What are we going to do?
I know what you're getting.
Big Fat Zero? Oh, I'll get a call from my son.
Yep.
Well, or maybe a Facebook post. One or the other. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Much love. And I love him, and I'm glad to get the Happy Mother's Day. It would be nice to get flowers, though. Okay. So, everybody.
Flowers, eh?
Yeah.
I'll put in a good word in the florist for you.
Okay, so,
You know
and
what? Are we not coming up with an anniversary with our YouTube thing here?
I think we are. Pansy wrapped chocolate in Stratford. Okay. Like my
Hang on.
mom-in-law earrings.
Hang on.
Oh,
Let me go and see what day we posted our first video up. Jeez, it's been a while. Tulips for mom.
yeah, yeah. Oh, the chocolate in Stratford. Chocolate bars. I love chocolate bars. And they have these truffles. And yes, they're $2.50 each, but they're just like little pieces of art. They're painted on the top, and all kinds of cool flavors. Like they have chocolate chili, chocolate honey garlic, chocolate vinegar, chocolate whiskey, just chocolate liquor, of course. I mean cherry liquor. Okay.
It looks like our first video went up April 28th.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, looks like let's see, when was our first live show?
Well, okay. Oh, the mint smoothies. Everybody loves the mint smoothies. They are yummy. Yeah. And that's I think Rio Thompson's does the mint smoothies. Coconut
Our
chocolate.
first live show was June 21st, 2020.
Ooh, June 21st. And what day of that is
Well, it was live, so it would have been a Sunday night.
yes, and this year it will be on a Wednesday. I guess we'll have to go live to celebrate for an anniversary show. Anybody like us to do a surprise, not so surprising live on June
Jeez,
21st?
you're sure staggering through all those words, and I'm on the third bottle, not you.
I know.
Enjoy a glass of plain soda water.
Club soda is good stuff. Mm.
Yes, Suzanne, 2020, I know. How the time flies. And we're still not at 500 subscribers.
Yeah, guys. But I enjoy these Sunday night shows. I enjoy talking to everybody. Oh, look at that. Marcy says that'll be awesome. So I guess I'll have to put it on my calendar to do a surprise live for everybody on the 21st of June for our anniversary here. And our anniversary is coming up June 30th, isn't it?
It's a year of anniversaries for us, baby.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Yep.
It's 6 years now.
25 years in total.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I met him at Psychic Fair. I was giving my runes demo, and he was in the front row smiling at me.
What was that, January or February?
I don't know. It was cold out.
I think it was February.
Yeah.
Yeah, early February 1998.
Yeah, because by the time summer rolled around, we were living together.
No, that was closer to the end of summer.
Oh, okay.
Unless you count crashing at my place on the weekends.
Yeah, but we weren't going together then. Well, except for the next to the last or the third to the last weekend.
Marcy, 50 years ago.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a long time to put up with somebody snoring.
No wonder you're always traveling around.
Oh my goodness.
All right, well, that's it. That's all.
Yeah, we're going to go watch the Curse of Oak Island. I will see everybody next week. Remember, if you want your question answered first, send me an email. I feel like the Maytag's repairman. I just get so lonely with no email. Send me emails. And we'll see you next week. Good night.
Pure happiness and love.
Yes.
Road apples.